Yo, everybody, here's the GameMaster127, and welcome to kind of a different video. This is kind of just, maybe it's a game channel discussion, or it's probably just a game discussion. Anyway, my mind has, you ever have those moments where you feel like all those really good, nostalgia shows that you just finished watching, and you're like, man, I really wish I could see something like that. And of course, they have it all over on Netflix and everything like that. And so, I was just thinking about it, and it got me thinking of my top 16 favorite Cartoon Network shows that I used to watch, and probably still watch to this day. And so I thought, well, let's take a stroll down memory lane, and let's go over my top 16. So in the number 16 spot, we have Samurai Jack. Now, I didn't really watch too much of Samurai Jack, and I think I just maybe watched a couple episodes of it, but it was a really neat episode, and it's kind of what put, for me, Jackie Chan on the map, because I think Jackie Chan voiced Jack. I really hope so, because that's kind of what I took it off as. And then plus it was a time-traveling ninja and ninja samurai. Hang on. And so that's why I kind of like that. The 15th one, this one I actually remember a little bit more, was Code Lyoko. And that's probably a big stroll down, is Code Lyoko. I know that it recently had its name changed, I think about, 4 years ago now, to, I think, Code Lyoko, Evolutionary, I think, like that, but, the original Code Lyoko, I actually watched it till, I think it was the end of it before they had the name renamed and everything like that. I actually saw the end of it, and I really like it. The animation quality is amazing, and I didn't watch that many episodes of it, but I at least saw the first, couple episodes, and the whole general aspect of it, and I really like that. Then another 14 spot is the Looney Tunes, and the Looney Tunes, it's one of those really classic cartoons, and this is kind of what I wanted to do, is kind of do just kind of cartoons, not really all this live action stuff, Dude, What Would Happen, Destroy, Build, Destroy. Yes, they were on Cartoon Network and they were really good shows, but I'm trying to keep this more cartoon based. Anyway, Looney Tunes. You gotta give Mel Blanc a lot of credit. First off, he appeared in every episode. He did at least a good 99% of all those voices. And there'll never be another Mel Blanc, and I just think it's pretty cool that they managed to do that. And that's why it has in the 14th spot. Now, just barely above Looney Tunes is, of course you have Daffy Duck, but do you guys remember Duck Dodgers? And the 21st and 1/2 century. I know I'm not on that, but it had one of the catchiest theme openings ever in a Cartoon Network show, was Duck Dodgers. And, gosh, I got this crin in my eye. Okay. Duck Dodgers, it's Daffy Duck as, a space hero, then you have Porky Pig, which is, I think, is a space cadet, and those two, plus the scientist whose name I cannot remember. It's Daffy Duck in the future, and yet it's such a funny show. You gotta watch that. And the number 12 spot, we have a pup named Scooby-Doo. Now, there weren't a lot of, really good Scooby-Doo shows. They have this Be Cool Scooby-Doo out now, and it's an iffy. And of course, they had, the What's New Scooby-Doo, that was okay. And, of course, you had, the original, Scooby-Doo, mystery and everything like that, which was okay, but a pup named Scooby-Doo, it definitely introduced a newer aspect than just having, terrible animation quality and, just the Hanna-Barbera, aspect of it. They actually gave, a really interesting aspect into this about, when they were all kids. They gave them all, a unique personality and everything to it, and I just really like that. And the number 11 spot is Dexter's Laboratory. D-Day. The Dexter's Lab, one of those really old classic cartoons. Really liked watching that growing up with, and it gets really funny when you go watch it on the, I think it's Toonami now, or Boomerang or anything like that. It's such a good classic cartoon. And then this brings up to another classic cartoon, is Courage the Cowardly Dog. boy, was that a dark, creepy show. I will remember that there was that one episode that gave me nightmares for a couple days, actually. And that's why, that's kind of like what introduced the whole, like, scary aspect of this whole Cartoon Network aspect, is Courage was probably the first kind of dark and, like, kind of twisted, like, show. And the number 9 spot is, this is something I definitely think that should have been on a lot of top 10 Cartoon Network shows, is Codename Kids Next Door. Man, was that a good show. You know, if you don't know what Kids Next Door was, it was basically, imagine kind of like a CIA, but just full of kids. And the whole show revolves around 5 people, number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5. Okay, here we go, knowledge time. Nigel Uno, which is number 1. What's number 2? They call him Hoagie, but I know number 3. Gosh, her kid sister was Kiki. Those stupid rainbow monkeys too. That was about the only annoying thing about that show. No, number 4 was Wally, and number 5 was Abigail. Gosh, I feel so bad. Oh, and I saw that whole thing was where they actually gave, like, the adults, like, their actually shining moment, everything like that, between the father and the delightful kids from down the lane and everything like that, or whatever it was. Yeah, that was a good show. Alright, moving on, because this is getting to be a really long video. I don't want this to be the longest video that I've ever recorded. Is number 8 is Ed, Edd and Eddy. Oh man, watched Ed, Edd and Eddy, kid you not, from pilot to season finale, series finale. It got interesting to when they decided to take it out of their, like, cul-de-sac setting and bring it into school. It was kind of a weird thing, and I think that's kind of what set it, like, down its, you know, path to kind of destruction there. But besides that, it's the movie and their consistent amount of breaking the fourth wall. I loved it. It was a great old show. And the number 7 spot is Johnny Bravo. Mr. Elvis himself. Gosh, I love Johnny Bravo. And it's kind of like Courage in Dexter's Laboratory. We get to watch that on Boomerang. You gotta love Johnny Bravo. That self-absorbed butthead. Oh man, memory lane. And now we're finally getting to some more recent shows. In the number 6 spot, we have Regular Show. I just recently watched the movie a while ago, and they got some good characters, good setting, really good story. Like it a lot. It's such a good show. In the number 5 spot, we have Adventure Time. Adventure Time, I feel bad I haven't kept up with this as much as I should, because it's a really good show. The story's getting real deep, and I really like it. The characters are great, and everything like that. I did just finish watching part of the whole Marceline kind of turning back into half human, half demon. Spoilers. From that kind of like miniseries or whatever, and that was pretty cool. I like that a lot. It definitely gave good old Marceline, the Vampire Queen, a little backstory that I think she kind of deserved. And the number 4 spot, we have Teen Titans. Man, if you've seen Teen Titans Go, I'd just like to say the pilot was about making sandwiches. Teen Titans, though, they gave an entire season to character development, and the season finale, it gave them such a good amount of character development. It was just so neat. You had Robin when it came to Slade. You had Cyborg when it came to Brother Blood. Beast Boy had his thing with Terra. Raven and her father Trigon. Oh, man, the story, the characters, forget Teen Titans Go. I'm sorry, it's kind of a garbage show. It was kind of funny, though, when they broke the fourth wall and they did show the original Teen Titans. That was kind of funny, though. but it's just because he shows the original Teen Titans, you know what you're gonna do. And the number 3 spot, Steven Universe. Now, I know a lot of people are thinking that this should be number 1. Steven Universe, it is a fantastic show. Just love it to bits. It's really good, the story's good, the artists and everything, it makes it really good. Until they had that non-canon episode with Uncle Grandpa, forget that. Guy's a nut bar. Really good, just all around wonderful show to watch. And the number 2 spot, total drama. The entire series, always glad in season 2 when my favorite character of that whole show basically was Duncan, and when he won season 2, it was according to the U.S., not anywhere else, where Beth would have won. When Duncan won season 2, man, I got so hooked into the show, into all the characters, and like the eliminations. The newer ones, the redonkulous race and everything like that, it was good, but you didn't have Chris and you didn't have Chef. And there was just not enough people to have it, or enough of the recurring cast. It's basically, you really need just Chris, Chef, and maybe a couple of the recurring characters. I know they had Owen and Noah and stuff like that, but that's besides the point. And finally, in this very long episode, I did not mean for this to be this long, in the number 1 spot, Star Wars: The Clone Wars. Love Star Wars. It is a great, wonderful show, and the reason why this deserves it on the number 1 is because I own all the Clone Wars. Such a good show from season 1 to the last episodes. Man, it was a wonderful series. And James Allen Taylor, dude, best animated Obi-Wan Kenobi ever. Also, then there was the thing with Giantess. You're also really good with voicing. I think it's Dookie. And that, Mary Lane. I really do miss all these shows. Okay, well, that's enough of a stroll down memory lane. Thank you guys so much for watching. Again, I'm game whatever you guys want to keep doing. And if you want to see more of this, or if you guys want to see me do like a Nickelodeon show or something like that, I can do a top whatever. This was supposed to be a top 10, but all these really old shows, man, they brought back some memories. I'm gonna have to watch these, but I don't want to do that right now. So I'll see you guys later.